Hello students, so let us start the new video based on condition number 5. So it is nothing but the plane is inclined to HP and inclined to VP, or it is inclined to both the reference planes. So as discussed previously, condition number 5 is to be solved in 3 steps. First step will be the assumption part, which will give you the true shape. Second step will be inclination with one reference plane, and again third step will be inclination with the other reference plane. So finally the third step will give you two reduced shape. As the solution of this particular condition is in front view and top view, you will see a reduced shape of different sizes. So the last step will be the final step. So directly we cannot go for the last step, so for that we have to first go for the first, then second, and then your third step will be the final thing. Now the first step is based on assumption part, that how correctly you assume the plane so that you can see the true shape. Now if you by mistake if you do the wrong assumption in the first step, then the total thing will go wrong. That is, even if you draw second and third step, it will be of no use to us. So locating the true shape is the most important part in this condition number 5. Now these assumptions will be based on whatever the condition of the plane is given in the problem. Now if you remember, in condition 3 and condition 4, we were assuming that let the rectangle is resting on HP, or let the pentagon is parallel to VP, let the hexagon is on HP. So these things are nothing but the assumptions. So what are the 4 assumptions? So here you can see that either of these 4, one will be used in condition number 5 first step. So first is, either you will assume that the complete plane is on HP, or you will assume the plane is parallel to HP, or plane is on VP, or plane is parallel to VP. So it is simple. Assumption with HP on or parallel, assumption with VP on or parallel. So just remember the 4 things: on HP, parallel to HP, on VP, parallel to VP. Out of these 4, you have to assume the any one that will give you the true shape. Okay. So see that you remember these 4 things. It is very simple. You just you know the planes. So the assumptions will be with respect to the 2 planes, that is HP and VP. And what will be the assumptions? Either on or parallel. So let us move to the next slide. So this is the flow of problems. Now any problem of condition number 5 will be solved in this particular flow. If you miss any one of this, it will be, or you can say that your solution will go wrong. So I have 2 flows here. So this is the first and this is the second flow. Now how they differ, we will discuss it. So as I have given here that this is for step 1, this is for step 2, and this is for step 3. So same way here, this is step 1, this is step 2, and this is step 3. So let us start, or let us discuss about first this particular flow. Now what is the assumption in this flow? That plane is assumed to be on HP or parallel to HP. If you remember here, with HP it is either on or parallel, with VP it is either on or parallel. So we have done that this will be flow 1 and this will be flow 2. So how? Let us see here. So plane is assumed to be on HP or parallel to HP. So when we are assuming this particular thing, then the true shape will be seen in top view. This is the XY line. All the thing below will be the top view. All the thing above will be the front view. So we are in first quadrant. So thus when we assume that plane is on or parallel to HP, then true shape will be seen in top view. So your starting point will be the true shape. So you will first draw the true shape. Now when a plane is assumed to be on HP or parallel to HP and the thickness of the plane is negligible, the front view will just give you a line. So the line which you will draw in the front view will be either on XY or above XY. Now what will decide this? If the plane is on HP, line will be on XY. If the plane is parallel to HP, line will be above XY. So simple. So if I am assuming the plane is on HP, then I will be drawing the line on XY. So I think from condition number 3 and 4, some part of this step 1 is clear to you. So let us now move to the step 2. So first will be the true shape, then you will draw the line. Then what will be the second step? You will incline the line. Now as the line is in front view, the inclination required will be theta, that is inclination with HP. So here I will draw a line by the given inclination theta. I will mark the points, then project the points below, then extend the projectors from the true shape to intersect the projector, and I will get the reduced shape number 1. So the flow is true shape, line, incline the line, get the reduced shape number 1. So here I have obtained reduced shape 1. Now moving to the step 3. Now what will happen in step 3? You will incline this reduced shape 1 which you have obtained in step 2. Now it is in top view, so the inclination required will be phi. So here the reduced shape will be inclined by inclination phi. So you can see that whatever the shape obtained here, the same shape you will be redrawing here with inclination phi. So no change of shape will be here. Whatever is the reduced shape here, the same shape you have to redraw. I am just insisting on the word redraw just by inclining that particular reduced shape by angle phi. So when you will redraw it, you will extend the projectors from this reduced shape in the front view. You will extend the inclination of the projectors from the line to intersect the projectors, and here you will obtain the reduced shape number 2. So you just go through the flow, how the projectors will be extended and how you will it will be cleared from the problems. When we will see the problem, you will get the things. Okay, so let us again understand the flow, that the plane is on HP or parallel to HP. So true shape, line incline, got the reduced shape 1, incline reduced shape 1, get the reduced shape 2. So this will be the flow 1. Now going to the second flow. So here we have assumed that the plane is on VP or parallel to VP. So the 3 and 4 conditions, or the third and fourth assumptions, not conditions. So plane is assumed to be on VP or parallel to VP. So when we have assumed that the plane is on VP or parallel to VP, you will see the true shape in the front view. Just imagine that the board is mounted on the wall of your classroom. So that is nothing but a rectangular plane resting on VP. So that board clearly will be seen in front view. So that is nothing but the true shape. So this is the true shape of the board or the plane. Now you will first draw the true shape, then you will get the line. Again the line will be on XY or below XY. It depends on whether you are assuming the plane on VP or parallel to VP. So once you get the line, the second step, you will incline the line. Now you will use the inclination with VP, that is phi. Then once you have inclined the line, get the projectors extended in the front view, extend the projectors from the true shape, then obtain the reduced shape 1. So once you have got the reduced shape 1, then incline the reduced shape 1. Now here you use the inclination with HP, that is theta degree. So once you have got the reduced shape 1 inclined here, you extend the projectors in the top view, extend the projectors from the second step and get the reduced shape 2. So here you can see the difference between these two. True shape was in top view, true shape is in front view. So the starting point has changed in both the cases. Now here also, whatever the reduced shape you are inclining, don't change, or the size of this reduced shape 1 and this reduced shape 1 will not change. Whatever the reduced shape 1 is obtained, you are just redrawing it again here by inclining at some given angle. So see, keep in mind that what the mistake generally happens here is the change in the shape here. When you redraw the shape, certain things you do it incorrectly, that's why the shape gets changes, and once the shape gets changes here, this reduced shape will also get changed. So see that you take care of keeping this reduced shape 1 and this reduced shape 1 same. So these are the flows which will be there in solving the condition 5. So either the problem will go by this flow or the problem will go by this flow. Okay, so let us go for the next. Now how to solve the problem. So once the problem is given to you, you first, it is default, without reading you cannot go for the next step. So read the problem carefully, identify what are the various conditions given to you, what are the various angles, just mark that things in your mind. Then ask the questions that what will be the assumption for first step. So by reading the problem, once you have gone through the problem, you have to ask the questions and the answers you have to give by reading the problem to your own. So read the problem. Once you have gone through the problem, your first question to yourself will be what will be the assumption for first step. So these assumptions are 4. Whether I have to rest the plane on HP, parallel to HP, on VP or parallel to VP. So these are the answers of this also, but you have to select the out of 4 which will be the perfect fit for this particular problem. Then where will be the true shape? Once you have decided the assumption, by that assumption where will be the true shape drawn, whether it will be in front view or it will be in top view. So once the true shape is decided, the flow will be decided. If the true shape is in front view, you will start the flow by drawing the true shape, line, inclined line, reduced shape 1, inclined reduced shape, like this you will go. Now once these things are clear, then what will be the inclinations? How much are the inclinations given in the problem? So you separately write there that theta is this and phi is given this. Okay. So when all these things are clear in your mind, it will be very easy to solve the problems. And if you don't calculate these things in your mind, every problem of the plane will be difficult for you. So be prepared with all these things for the problems. Then only it will be interesting to solve the various problems based on the plane. So okay, so we will now see a particular problem, a simple problem based on condition 5, in which we will use this all the that how to solve the problem, that what will be the assumption and all these things, and it will be easy once you get the things in your mind. So okay, so let us see the problem in the next video. Thank you.